The Delphi Murders, from chilling audio to controversial conviction. Imagine this. Two best friends, ages 13 and 14, set out for a casual hike on a day off school. They're taking photos, laughing, enjoying a quiet February afternoon on an old bridge in a small Indiana town. But by evening, they're missing. And in a moment of extraordinary courage, one of them captures their killer on her phone, a blurry figure walking toward them, and a chilling voice saying, "Guys, down the hill." This is the story of the Delphi Murders, the tragic killings of Abigail Abby Williams and Libby German in February 2017. A case that shocked the nation, baffled investigators, and generated one of the most intense true crime investigations of the decade. For 5 years, the case stood unsolved. Then in 2022, an arrest. In 2024, a trial that divided the public. And now, in late 2025, with appeals underway and new filings dropping almost monthly, the controversy is only growing. Stick with me as we break down the full timeline, the haunting evidence, the volatile trial, and the lingering questions that still haunt this case. Viewer discretion is advised. Let's get into it. The victims and the fateful day. To understand this case, we must start with Abby and Libby, two inseparable best friends from Delphi, Indiana, a small town of just 3,000 people. Abby Williams was 13, artistic, athletic, and outdoorsy. Libby German, 14, creative, funny, and deeply into photography. On February 13, 2017, school was unexpectedly canceled. Libby asked her older sister, Kelsey, for a ride to the Monon High Bridge trails. At about 1:30 p.m., she dropped the girls off. The Monon High Bridge, an old, abandoned railroad trestle, was a popular spot for photos, the kind of place where kids explored without worry. At 2:07 p.m., Libby posted a Snapchat photo of Abby walking across the bridge. It would become the final known photo of them alive. They were supposed to meet Libby's dad at 3:15 p.m., but they never arrived. By 5:30 p.m., after frantic searching, the girls were reported missing, and no one knew it yet, but the nightmare had already begun. Discovery and initial horror. The search continued late into the night with volunteers, police, and local families combing the trail in the dark. Then around noon on February 14th, searchers discovered the bodies on private property across Deer Creek, roughly half a mile from the bridge. The community was devastated. Porch lights glowed orange to honor Libby, her favorite color, and memorials appeared across town. Delphi, a town where nothing like this had ever happened, was changed forever. The phone evidence. Almost immediately, investigators realized the case contained something rare, direct evidence captured by one of the victims. Libby's phone held a short video clip of a man walking toward them on the bridge, a stocky white male wearing jeans, a blue jacket, and a cap. The audio revealed a deep, commanding voice saying, "Guys, down the hill." On February 22nd, 2017, police released the audio to the public, hoping someone would recognize it. Tips poured in, more than 70,000 over the years. In July 2017, police released the first sketch of a middle-aged man. But 2 years later, in April 2019, investigators released a second sketch, this one much younger, and said the case was moving in a new direction. They suggested the killer might be someone local, possibly even someone who sat in the same room during press conferences.
To the killer, who may be in this room, we believe you are hiding in plain sight.
The mystery deepened. The breakthrough. For years, the case seemed frozen, but behind the scenes, something had gone wrong. A crucial 2017 tip had been misfiled and overlooked. In that tip, a local man reported being on the trail that day and seeing 3 females. That man was Richard Matthew Allen, a 50-year-old CVS pharmacy technician who lived just 2 miles from the crime scene. When the tip resurfaced in 2022, investigators quickly connected other dots. On October 26, 2022, Allen was arrested. A key piece of evidence prosecutors highlighted: a .40 caliber unspent bullet found near the bodies that investigators said matched Allen's Sig Sauer pistol. Allen was charged with 2 counts of murder. The probable cause affidavit described witness sightings, video gate analysis, and the bullet connection. Soon after, a gag order limited public information. 2023 brought chaos, delays, leaks of crime scene photos by a defense staffer, and even the temporary removal of Allen's attorneys before they were reinstated. The stage was set for one of the most watched trials in recent true crime history. The trial, prosecution versus defense. The trial began in October 2024. The prosecution argued Richard Allen was the killer. The bullet at the scene matched his gun. Dozens of witnesses claimed Allen made incriminating statements in jail. Enhanced video showed a gait similar to his. His appearance matched the bridge guy. But the defense mounted a very different argument. They portrayed Allen as mentally unstable, depressed, isolated, overwhelmed, and insisted he falsely confessed out of fear and confusion. Then came the bombshell, the Odinism theory. Defense attorneys argued the girls were killed in a ritualistic manner by a small group of white supremacist Odinist extremists, claiming certain patterns at the scene aligned with pagan symbolism. Prosecutors dismissed the theory as unfounded and sensational, but it sparked online firestorms and thousands of pages of public speculation. Verdict, sentencing, and aftermath. After 4 days of deliberation on November 11, 2024, the jury found Richard Allen guilty on all charges. He was sentenced to 130 years in prison on December 20th. But the story didn't end there. In 2025, interrogation videos surfaced publicly, and in November, the court released more than 1,000 pages of exhibits and filings, sparking renewed debate. As of December 2025, Allen's legal team is pursuing an appeal consisting of at least 10 major issues. Recent filings on December 3rd and 4 request extended time to finalize their massive brief. Allen continues to maintain his innocence. Theories, controversies, and unanswered questions. Even with a conviction, theories persist. Was this a lone killer, or were others involved? Did the invasion go off course due to early missteps? Did the misfiled tip change the course of justice? And what about the Odinism claims? Baseless distraction or something more? Public opinion remains deeply divided. The Delphi murders devastated a community and captured the world's attention. With the appeals process underway and new documents emerging, this case continues to evolve and may do so for years to come. Rest in peace, Abby and Libby. What do you think? Is this case closed, or is there more beneath the surface? Share your thoughts in the comments. Like the video if it kept you hooked. Subscribe for more deep dives, and hit the bell so you don't miss the next one. Thanks for watching.